Well, here we are with our feature winner of the midseason championship for the non-wing super modifieds. This just about puts a lock on his second season championship. Rocket Rob Warren. Rob, great race, man. Able to take the lead during in some lap traffic and hang on through a rash of cautions and get through lap traffic at the end of that thing. How good was that car at the end of the race?
Hey, buddy. Surprisingly, it was better than I had expected it. I really didn't think that thing was going to hold together like it did. We ran our practice run on Sunday night there, and the last 20 to 24 laps, corner entry was loose on brake, corner exit was super loose. So I made some changes to tighten the car up, and I took brake pressure out of the car, and I babied the brakes the whole race. Um, I was really content to sit there and run second, and then we came up on three lap cars, and you were leading at the point, and I'm like, well, I think I got a shot right now. And the seas parted, everything cleared right up. I drove right through, under you and past the lapped cars, and I'm like, well, you're the rabbit. So I just kind of running sevens and eights for the first several laps. And then we get a yellow, and I'm like, man, that's awesome. We're about halfway. I can start to push the car. And I look at the lap counter. We're only on lap 30, and I went, uh-oh. Let me keep running sevens and eights and sevens and eights and sevens and eights and the occasional six. And I hate the 660s. That lap time could just vanish forever. It's like having the 13th floor in a hotel for me. I really hate having a 660. Uh, but as the race progressed, I started to push the car a little harder and a little harder. I was pedaling on corner four exit because I had more of a push. I've not had that issue before. Um, where I was kind of rolling into the throttle, backing off for a blip, rolling back in, to 7/8, backing off for a blip, and then going full throttle when I got on the straightaway, just to keep the car out of the outside of the front wall. And it's a great race for me. Um, and I think pretty good one for you for a long time. I kept looking at our splits, and you were right there behind me for a long time.
Well, Rob, pretty big deal here for you tonight.
It's huge, man. Looking at the poster this afternoon, and I'm like, I thought I got a mid-season at Oswego, but that was a winged mid-season. So this is the first non-wing mid-season win for me. I don't know how the championships stacking up, but the mid-season feature, that's my first mid-season feature, I believe.
Yeah, for sure, and that's a pretty big deal. Added to an elite group, breaking Steve Callahan's streak of two in a row, and we'll move on next week to a regular 45. Are you glad that we're doing that, not the 100 lap show?
Yes and no. I mean, yes, from the time standpoint, 45 lap show should be a bit shorter, bit easier on the equipment and the old guy in the seat. But no, from the standpoint of I need to know what this thing's going to do in 200 laps. I really don't need to know what it's going to do in 200 laps at 9 o'clock at night. But this was all kind of testing for the topless 200. So get your lap sponsorships in, and we'll keep testing for that topless 200. It should be an awesome show. These guys are so great to race around. I can't thank the lap cars enough. Um, Lots and lots and lots of room once they got the blue flag, and it was a great race all around. Coming up on lap cars, corner entry of one, I'm like, uh oh, where exactly am I going to catch this guy? and just move right over. Same thing going down the backstretch. They just a lot of give tonight by the lap cars, and it's very very appreciated.
Rocket Rob Warren comes home with a big win here tonight. Congratulations to him, and a huge, huge points night for him. So that pretty much is going to seal up the deal on his second non-wing championship. Third place driver is a guy that's been knocking on the door of a win here at Oswego Speedway in the non-wing season, and one of these days he's going to get it. But Kyle, tonight, a third place, 100-lapper. You've admitted several times that these are not your forte, these big, long races, but you kept her clean tonight. What was the closest moment out there and the biggest scare for you?
Well, first of all, how about Bobby for second place? That was a great drive. I got to see you and Rob battle. So before I start, how are you happy with second?
Pretty happy. That car went away at the end. Probably waited too long to get going, and Rob was driving very smart and had me backing up in the corners. I used up the brakes sooner than I wanted to, but had a couple squirrely moments at the end, but kept it in line, and that's all that matters, man. I'm happy to come home in one piece here tonight.
Oh, congratulations! It was fun watching you two battle. Um, I feel like I won. Getting a third place in a 100-lapper, it feels like a victory to me. I'm extremely happy. Did not anticipate this coming, especially after the heat race. Just bad luck from the beginning. Um, I had one close call, was passing the car, got cut off, put into the wall a little bit. A little bit of damage, nothing too bad. But that was it. Other than that, the next closest call was the last 10 laps. Keith was on my bumper, and my car was going away. But if I really hit my marks, I could still hit 16.8s. And it was enough to hold Keith off. I was sure happy to see the checker flag.
A good run for you here tonight, Kyle. A big points night for you as well, as Dominic Joyous struggles out there, and you're able to pick up double points on him. How important is it to you to move up into the top 5 last week, and looks like it could be close to the top 3 here tonight?
It's huge. Last year, my rookie season, my goal was to finish in 5th. And I just missed it by, I believe, 9 points. I finished in 6th. So same goal. I know it might look like it now, but top 3. Some of you guys are just, I'm not up to that level yet. So I'm happy to stay in the top 5.
Congratulations, Kyle, on a really good run here tonight. For a top 3 finish at the midseason championship, picking up some valuable points.
Thanks, Bob.
Well, a guy that was hoping to pick